Hey, good morning, everybody. Tuesday. Today, I think we're finishing up, fourth part of a four-part parallel. Jesus is betrayed and arrested. And today we are in John chapter 18, starting at verse 1. After saying these things, Jesus crossed the Kidron Valley with his disciples and entered a grove of olive trees. Judas, the betrayer, knew this place because Jesus had often gone there with his disciples. The leading priests and Pharisees had given Judas a contingent of Roman soldiers and temple guards to accompany him. Now, with blazing torches, lanterns, and weapons, they arrived at the olive grove. Jesus fully realized all that was going to happen to him, so he stepped forward to meet them. "Who are you looking for?" he asked. "Jesus the Nazarene," they replied. "I am he," Jesus said. Judas, who betrayed him, was standing with them. As Jesus said, "I am he," they all drew back and fell to the ground. Once more he asked them, "Who are you looking for?" Again they replied, "Jesus the Nazarene." "I told you that I am he," Jesus said, and since I am the one you want, let these others go." He did this to fulfill his own statement. I did not lose a single one of those you have given me." Then Simon Peter drew a sword and slashed off the ear of Malchus, the high priest's slave. But Jesus said to Peter, "Put your sword back into your sheath. Shall I not drink from the cup of suffering the Father has given me?" Now the commentary. The Jewish religious leaders were given authority by the Romans to make arrests for minor infractions. The Roman soldiers may not have participated in the arrest, but accompanied the temple guards to make sure matters didn't get out of control. John does not record Judas's kiss of greeting, which was found in Matthew 26:49, Mark 14, verse 45, and Luke 22, verses 47 and 48. But Judas's kiss marked a turning point for the disciples. With Jesus' arrest, each one's life would be radically different. For the first time, Judas openly betrayed Jesus before the other disciples. For the first time, Jesus' loyal disciples ran away from him. Matthew 26, verse 56. The band of disciples would undergo severe testing before they were transformed from hesitant followers to dynamic leaders. The men may have been startled by the boldness of Jesus' question or by the words, "I am he," the declaration of his divinity, which is we can also look back at Exodus 3, verse 14. Or perhaps they were overcome by his obvious power and authority. Trying to protect Jesus, Peter pulled a sword and wounded the high priest's slave. But Jesus told Peter to put away his sword and allow God's plan to unfold. At times it is tempting to take matters into our own hands, to force the issue. Most often such moves lead to sin. Instead, we must trust God to work out his plan. Think of it. If Peter had his way, Jesus would... Yeah, our cat's a little upset over there. If Peter had his way, Jesus would not have gone to the cross, and God's plan of redemption would have been thwarted. The cup refers to the suffering, isolation, and death that Jesus would have to endure in order to atone for the sins of the world.
Apologize for that. I didn't put his breakfast where he wanted it.
Yeah, he's a finicky cat, getting worse in his old age.
Yeah.
But in this Bible here, anywhere Jesus says, "I am he," it's in bold letters.
Mm-hmm.
The I am, and the I am that I believe they're referring to in Exodus is when God says,
right,
when Moses asked him, "Who should I say is sending me?" and God says, "I am who I am."
Right.
He is the I am. So I'm sure that there was probably power in that, in what he just said right there, and not kind of took everybody aback. And
absolutely, because he was declaring that he was God.
Yeah.
So it was like a scandalous type of comment. They didn't have for that.
And being, specifically saying here, the Pharisees, especially knew exactly who he was talking to when he said, "I am," in their own language.
Right.
So yeah, I'm sure that they may have fallen. Maybe they were just so shocked. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, clutching the pearls and
Right.
falling over because
Right.
it's so scandalous what he just said, you
Right.
know, over
'Cause, you know,
dramatic.
that was like against the law
Yeah,
to
blasphemy,
claim
basically.
to claim that you're God.
Yeah.
You know, that you just didn't
Well, that's
do that.
exactly why they took him, is
Right.
because of blasphemy.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Every time we read this, we find something,
Yeah.
some little detail in there that we kind of never seen before, and that's today. This is it for me, the
And
I am part.
That's why we read it over and over and over, because it's a living word.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's the same words that don't change because God doesn't change,
Mm-hmm.
we will perceive it differently and pick up on different
Yeah.
things throughout our lifetime than whatever stage we're in.
We could never read this enough and see everything that's in it.
Exactly.
And we don't have enough lifetime for that. Okay, hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.